Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'an. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In our previous episode, we explored the world before Islam, the blessed birth of the Prophet and his early childhood. Today we continue this journey, diving into his youth, his remarkable character, and one of the most important events of his life, his marriage to Khadijah, the mother of the believers. This episode will cover his life as a shepherd and trader, his honesty and the title Al-Amun, his role in tribal affairs, his marriage to Khadijah, radiyallahu anha, the years of peace and preparation before revelation, youthful years, working as a shepherd. The Prophet grew up under the care of his uncle Abu Talib. Though Quraysh was a respected tribe, Abu Talib was not wealthy. From a young age, Muhammad worked to support himself. Like many prophets before him, he became a shepherd. He said later, Allah did not send any prophet except that he worked as a shepherd. Bukhari. Shepherding was not a random job. It was divine training. Caring for sheep required patience, gentleness, responsibility, and constant vigilance. These qualities prepared the Prophet for leading the Ummah. Honesty in trade. The title, Al-Amun. As he grew older, Muhammad engaged in trade. He joined caravans to Syria and Yemen. Unlike others who cheated or lied, he dealt with complete honesty. The people of Mecca quickly noticed. They gave him the title Al-Amun, the trustworthy. When someone had a dispute, they would say, "Go to Muhammad, for he is Al-Amun." Even his enemies never accused him of dishonesty. This reputation was critical, for it prepared the hearts of the people to later trust his message. The Hilf al-Fudul, Pact of Justice. In his youth, the Prophet participated in a noble pact. A Yemeni merchant was cheated by a powerful man in Mecca. No one dared challenge the oppressor. Some honorable men of Quraysh gathered and pledged to stand against injustice, regardless of tribe. Muhammad was among them. This pact was called Hilf al-Fudul. Years later, the Prophet said, "I witnessed in the house of Abdullah ibn Judan a pact which I would not exchange for the finest camels, and if I were called to it in Islam, I would respond." Ibn Hisham. This shows us that Islam encourages justice even before revelation. The rebuilding of the Kaaba when the Prophet was around 35 years old. The Kaaba was damaged by floods. The Quraysh decided to rebuild it. But when it came time to place the black stone, Al-Hajar al-Aswad, a dispute broke out. Every tribe wanted the honor. Tension rose. War nearly erupted. But they agreed that the next man to enter the sanctuary would decide. That man was Muhammad al-Amun. Proposed a solution. He placed the stone on a cloth, asked leaders of each tribe to lift it together, and then placed it himself into the wall. Once again, he united the people and prevented bloodshed. Allah was preparing him for greater leadership. The meeting with Khadijah radiyallahu anha in these years. Khadijah bint Khuwaylid radiyallahu anha, a wealthy and noble businesswoman, heard of Muhammad's honesty. She entrusted him with her trade caravan to Syria. Her servant, Seerah, accompanied him and witnessed his character. His fairness in trade brought profit. A cloud shaded him during the journey. A Christian monk recognized signs of prophethood in him. When Seerah reported this, Khadijah was deeply impressed. The marriage to Khadijah, radiyallahu anha. Khadijah was 40 years old. Twice widowed, yet respected for her dignity and wealth. Muhammad was 25, young but noble in character. Through a trusted friend, Khadijah expressed her desire for marriage. The Prophet agreed. His uncles accompanied him to seek her hand. Abu Talib gave a beautiful speech. "Praise be to Allah, who made us from the offspring of Ibrahim. This is my nephew Muhammad, who is unmatched in lineage, honesty, and character. If he has little wealth today, know that wealth is fleeting. What matters is his character, which is everlasting." The marriage was blessed. Khadijah became not just his wife, but his companion, supporter, and comfort. Years of peace and preparation. For the next 15 years, the Prophet lived in peace. He managed trade with Khadijah, cared for his family, and continued to earn respect. Allah blessed their marriage with children: Qasim, Zainab, Ruqayya, Kulthum, and Fatima. Later, they would also have Abdullah. During these years, Muhammad often withdrew to the cave of Hira. He would reflect, worship Allah in solitude, and ponder the corruption of society. His heart longed for truth. This spiritual preparation was essential. Soon the world would change forever. Dear brothers and sisters, today we saw how Allah prepared His messenger in youth and marriage. Shepherding taught him patience. Trade taught him honesty. Hilf. Al-Fudul taught him justice. Rebuilding. The Kaaba taught him leadership. His marriage to Khadijah, radiyallahu anha, gave him love, stability, and support. Every stage of his life was preparation for revelation. Further detail. His honesty in trade. Merchants from all over Arabia testified to his honesty. One man said, "I traveled with Muhammad in trade. Never did I see him lie, betray, or argue unjustly." This reputation spread beyond Mecca. His title, Al-Aman, became his lifelong badge of honor. His relationship with people even before prophethood. He was known for kindness to the poor, care for orphans, and fairness in disputes. He avoided idolatry, drinking, and immorality, all common in Mecca at the time. This separation from corruption made him stand out. Allah was preparing his heart to carry the final message. Expanding on marriage to Khadijah, radiyallahu anha. Their marriage was deeply loving and supportive. Khadijah gave him comfort and security. She was the first to believe in him when revelation came. The Prophet never married another woman during her lifetime, showing his loyalty and devotion. He often spoke of her years later, saying, "She believed in me when the people disbelieved. She trusted me when the people denied me. She comforted me with her wealth when the people deprived me. And Allah granted me children through her." Musnad Ahmad, years before revelation. In these peaceful years, Muhammad often sought solitude in the cave of Hira. He would spend nights reflecting on the creation of the heavens and earth, worshiping Allah alone. Little did he know that soon Jibril alayhi salam would descend, bringing the first words of revelation: "Read in the name of your Lord who created." In our next episode, we will enter the most critical moment in human history, the first revelation in the cave of Hira, when Allah's final message began. Until then, may Allah fill our hearts with love for His messenger and grant us the ability to follow His Sunnah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.